1170, your Quad City sports station.
That's right. In studio now, Tim O'Neill is here, and we're going to talk to him about a couple things that he's got going on. One, a race that he's going to promote, and then a new kind of a adventure that we want to help promote with him. But Tim also played football at UNI, and we know he's been on before because obviously he's the track and field coach for Assumption, the girls. But when did you take over the cross country?
This was my third season.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've helped out a couple times in assistant capacity. But once I took over the distance crew for the track program, then once our last coach took off with he had some family things to work on. His family grew a little bit sooner than he was ready for, so he stepped away, and I was able to take over for that.
Yeah, I was reading the Quad City Times today and reading the cross country capsule, and then saw your name, and I'm like, why did I not know this, that you took over the cross country?
Yeah, 3 years now, and again, our girls program has gotten a little bit of luster, but I am the boys coach too. So
you got them both.
It's my 20th season here this spring. I have them both. So
all right, so you played football at UNI, and we were talking during the commercial break, and I said something before, and obviously, I mean, I could be way off here, and I just thought the UNI game, which it was incredible, and you're in the press box and you're not supposed to cheer, but I caught myself like grabbing a guy that I don't even know by the shoulder, being like, I can't believe that he caught that ball. I can't believe he threw it. I mean, McElvain was fantastic the entire day. He's a great quarterback out of Des Moines Lincoln. But take me through your thought process, because you played Iowa. Who else did you play? You didn't play Iowa State when you were there.
Right, so okay. Iowa, then Eastern Michigan, and Ohio University.
Okay. So when you're playing up to those, you're playing in the FBS schools. What is the thought process going into, or the preparation going into that week?
Well, I think when you're playing an in-state school, it's different than any other school. There's a lot of guys on that roster at UNI that may have a chip on their shoulder, may think that they got overlooked, and I think you get your best punch from guys at UNI when they're playing against Iowa and Iowa State. They got something to prove, and a lot of that too is when the scholarship room went from 105 down to 85. There's a lot of guys that can still play ball that are playing at that FCS level, and so again, it's that opportunity that you really want to show these coaches that, hey, you screwed up, you messed up, you should have scholarshiped me.
Well, and McElvain definitely. I mean, and Campbell talked about it at his press conference afterwards that obviously they knew who he was when he was at Des Moines Lincoln, and I believe the guy I talked to, Colbert, he does a radio show up there in Cedar Falls, Waterloo, said that he was the only in Class 4A only quarterback to throw for 2,000 and rush for 1,000 his senior year, and that's in history. So obviously UNI's got a good quarterback there, but like I was saying, when they came off the field and I saw them, it just didn't look like it was like a drag out fight out of UNI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were smiles. They were ear to ear smiles, and I just don't know. Like I said, I could be way off here, but I just felt UNI was happy to be in the game.
Well, and I think too, when you're giving up 20 scholarships plus, and you really shouldn't be in that game, and then all of a sudden you're in there, and you are happy to compete. Now, obviously, the saltiest guys out there, they want to win, and they're going to be competitive pricks, and they're not going to take it too well or too lightly. But again, you should never be in that game, and they've shown year in and year out that they can play in those games. Unfortunately, when I played, we got beat 66-0, but that's when Tim Dwight, Tavian were on the roster. Iowa was a top 5 team that year. And
I remember the game.
Only time in my life I drank Black Velvet, and never again. So that was a rough day and night. Let me tell you that. So.
Yeah, Tay went over 300 yards in that game. That was a tough
first play of the game, 66 yards, didn't even get touched. That was game over after.
But you look at that game though. I mean, and it's like you said. Yeah, maybe that's a lot of it. They shouldn't be in the game, but they know it's the weird little overtime rule, and it is what it is. They had their chance. They kicked the field goal. They had to stop them.
Well, you were talking, T-Roy, how impressed you were with that true freshman kicker for UNI.
Oh, man. Lights out. Ice in his veins. And he's a freshman out of Cedar Falls, I believe.
Yeah.
The only negative thing that I can see about that is that's what number I wore. I saw that, I'm like, oh, no, not my number. But no, he's obviously a phenomenal young man, so got to see him. Again, young. He's going to have some great experiences moving forward.
So I was listening to the radio after the post game, and it was really, really strange to hear call-ins about Iowa State that you could have substituted what they were saying for what kind of happens after a close game, Iowa State. They had call-ins, and someone said, I cannot understand why they schedule someone like UNI. This is UNI's Super Bowl. They come in, they're going to give us the best thing that everything they've got. We need to schedule a Power 5. it made me laugh because then the guy on the radio, and he was nice about it. He's like, okay, first things first. They do a round robin in the Big 12, so they only have 3 games. And then he said, Iowa is a Power 5. And Pollard, the AD, he wants to keep that money in state, which is nice of him. And they only schedule UNI every other year, and I think they're out. So 2021 and 23 is they're still on the they still have them on the schedule. But it made me laugh because any close game Iowa and Iowa State has, you always hear the people, I don't know why we schedule Iowa State. I mean, this is Iowa State's Super Bowl. It was strange that you could just take one school out and it's the same caller that you're going to get. So.
But it's true both ways.
I know.
I'm sorry,
it was just you
know what I'm saying. Even if UNI's playing Iowa, that's a Super Bowl to them. You know, I mean, obviously you got smoked, but there was that game not too many years ago that Adrian Claiborne had to block 2 field goals in overtime, or not in overtime, but at the end of regulation, so that Iowa beat UNI.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was. Yeah,
they just did the thing.
So I mean, you get what I'm saying is they're gonna be up for that game as much as because of what it is. It's in-state rivalry.
Who was your coach up there, Tim?
Mike Dunbar.
Okay, gotcha. Because Farley is at 149 victories, so that a win would have got him 150. A lot of talk out there that Farley was a bit too conservative. And I also saw that on social media out there because I actually have more friends on social media that are UNI alums than Iowa State. So there were some people who still are avid Panther fans, and they think the play calling was a little conservative for Farley, and I can't disagree. But some of that backyard football that McElvain did was something else. So.
Well, again, first game of the year, you gotta put quarterback in the right position and see what they're made of, and again, everybody's Monday morning quarterback, you know how it goes. And when you only got 25 seconds to make a call, and it's not Mark Farley's not the one making every single call and calling every single play. Let's be honest. And there is an offensive coordinator. There's guys that they're trusting. They're the ones that are with that quarterback every single day with that offense that knows what they're capable of. And then again, they try to put them in situations to make a play every now and again.
Yeah. Again, it was a great game to be at. Good for you and I, and Iowa State gets a bye week. But more importantly, Tim, what do you have for us? What are we talking about today? Talk to me about Mobile Party Experience.
So Mobile Party Experience, or MPX, is a new little business venture that I've got going on. Essentially, they are cargo trailers that you can rent. Well, right now, obviously, we're talking football, so an easy thought would be to go tailgate with one. They're 6x12 trailers. They've got flat screen TVs, direct TV. They've got a flushable toilet in the bathroom with running water. Very, very female friendly, and then it's got a 30 amp service in it, so you've got all your plug-ins. It's got grills mounted. You can have your cell phones on there. Small appliances like crock pots, microwaves, basically anything that you would want to have any type of party or tailgate that you can imagine. I've got 9 bookings already this fall, from everything from employee appreciation parties to client appreciation parties. I know we've got 2 of my trailers are booked for Iowa State up in Ames. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, again, anytime there's an in-state rivalry game, there's going to be some opportunities there. And I've even got someone that's booked it for Iowa, Minnesota, and we've got my first high school game booked already for it as well.
What game's that?
The Assumption North Scott game.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does this work, though? The trailer, you have to hook up the trailer. Obviously, they come get it from your spot.
Come get it from me. I've got options. Either, if someone's not comfortable, doesn't have a vehicle to tow it, there's an option for me to tow it and set it up and everything there. That kind of is our concierge service. But primarily, will be somebody will come, hook it up. We show them how to set it up. There's instructions. Actually, we're in the process of shooting a video to kind of show everybody how to set everything up, and then they take it for a period of time, 6 to 8 hours, and then they bring it back and we get it all cleaned out and get it ready for the next person.
Yeah, I'm reading your card here. I mean, this thing is stacked, Jay. 2 keg taps, Yeti cooler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 2 6-foot fold-up tables, cell phone charging stations. I mean, internet.
Well, you can see it for yourself, T-Roy, this Thursday.
That's right. It's going to be at our favorite bar, Pints.
Yeah, 5268 Utica Ridge. We're going to pull it right there on our drive-thru where sometimes we set up for bags. And it's going to be right next to the patio. So the TV screens will actually be facing. So we'll have our screen that's already out there, and then we'll have the 2 on the Mobile Party Experience.
That party was rocking on Sunday, by the way.
That's right. Thanks to Bobby Ray Bunch.
Bobby Bunch made up an AM radio song just for us.
He did. But yeah, so Thursday we're going to be putting this thing out there for everyone to take a look at. And again, you can go look at these guys on Facebook. It's Mobile Party Experience, and it's just experience. There's no EX there, right?
Correct.
And then on Twitter, it's at my_MPXERIENCE. So how did you come up with this idea?
Well, I drive a lot for work, a lot of windshield time, and I come up with concepts. I see stuff, and I'm like, my son's at North Dakota State, and if you've ever, Iowa fans know how a couple years ago North Dakota State came in here, and I mean they literally take over. When they play, it's unbelievable. We went down to Frisco for the national championship game last January, and it was unbelievable. And I thought, if I'm going to show up at a game, I can't come half-cocked. I've got to have something. And then I started looking, and I was like, man, there's guys down south that this is actually a little bit of a business venture, and they rent them, they drop them off. We actually saw one when I was down at I went to a Dallas Cowboys Seattle Seahawks game in the playoffs, and we were down there for the national championship game. Went to the college game that day, and then went to the pro game that night. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to look into this. I looked into it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to make this happen. So I was going to just have one, and then it turned into I couldn't find one trailer that I wanted. Then I ended up buying two because I loved them, and I decided I want to get them outfitted here locally with some local guys that I knew that could do that kind of work. And then all of a sudden, with all the custom work, it wasn't going to be ready in time, so I had to buy a third one that was pre-made, got it shipped up here from Georgia, and that's the one that I'm towing right now and pulling around showing everybody.
So your son's playing for North Dakota State? Huh?
Does not play. He's actually a team manager, student manager.
Okay. Well, their head coach, I went to high school with him.
You
He's with Matt Ince. Yeah, he was a couple years younger than me, but yeah, West Waterloo kid.
Yep, there's there's a little bit of Waterloo contingency that's come through that coaching staff the last couple of years. But no, he loves it there. He's in his second year. He'll actually graduate in 3 years, so next May he'll be looking for either going to grad school and be a GA, or he wants to be a college football coach, and he's paying his dues. He's in there cleaning helmets, washing jock straps. He's doing all the dirty work last year. Now he's actually breaking down film, and he's broke down I think 12 films already for opponents this year, and he works with the offensive line coach, and then also the tight ends coach, sets up all their on the field drills.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's in a good
gotta pay your
situation
dues.
right now.
I mean,
Absolutely.
We'll have Coach Drinkle on soon. He's at Army now, and he did the same thing for Iowa and then Western Illinois. And I mean, yeah, you've got to do all those things. So what's the price on this?
So for a 6 to 8 hour rental, you're looking at $9.99. And if you're looking at for the concierge service, you're looking, depending on where the location is, it's going to be a few $100s more. Because of the grill and some of the food components, there are some custom experiences that are all negotiable depending on what you're looking for. So again, we're trying to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
And then again, we do one of our experiences that we booked up in Ames is a full catered deal. And so working with Fairway and companies like that up in Ames to actually cater the food, have drink ready to go. We'll pick it up when we're up there, and then myself and a couple other people will do some of the serving and the cooking. So
you're the full cater, and you're doing the serving and the cooking?
No, just this particular one. Yeah. But no, I want to try to work with local people. I do. And I've got some people in town that are in that business a little bit, and so they're like, "Hey, we'll help you out." And I don't want to do that. But for this one particular, I'm involved with the organization a little bit, so I don't mind rolling my sleeves up a little bit and slanging some burgers.
All right. So the website is www.my-mpx.com. And you can call 563-515-1470 or email mobilepartyexperience@gmail.com. And Serge got all that stuff on there as well. Look him up on Facebook and Twitter also. Talk to me real quick about the race.
Cocobino. So coming up here, I saw I mentioned we got a race coming this weekend. The Riverbands has theirs. And so myself and Charles Stelk, I think you know Charles.
Oh, yeah.
So Charles and I have been partners in a company called Stickman Race Group, and we've had that for our 6th year. And so we got asked to be the race directors for the Lago Marcinos Cocobino race. Comes up here Saturday, October 26th. We're limiting it to like 2,800 to 3,000 people. Trying to sell the race out. We're actually already about halfway there. And we've got, and most people wait till those last minutes. Mm-hmm. And so yes, I mean right now it's they get a long sleeve fleece jacket and 2-spot embroidery, hot chocolate. They get a turtle from Lago Marcinos. There's a kids race. There's a 5K.
Where's
there's
it
a 10K. It's in the village.
Really?
Yep.
Serge. Yeah. Look at that. Right up your alley.
Oh yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally.
We'll get you down there.
And so just go to Cocobino and find that online.
Lago Marcinos.
Lago Marcinos.
Website. Yep.
Okay.
Lago Marcinos website. There's a link there. It goes to get me registered. There are some registration forms around town, different places like Fleet Feet, and obviously the Lago Marcinos locations that you can grab those. And
that's this weekend, you said?
No, not till October 26th.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So we got a little bit of time there.
Yeah. So, mobile party experience this Thursday. We're going to set it up at Pints.
What time are you starting that?
We're going to set up about 2:30. I think we decided, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to go straight from the show. We're going to be.
Brad Munoz says to say hello. It's
so
his
Brad
birthday
said hello?
this Thursday.
Oh, he'll come out.
He and Steph said he might stop up.
No, he's not allowed.
We're going to be at.
Steph can. He can.
We're going to be at Isle Capri, the William Hill Lounge, the sportsbook lounge down there on Thursday. We'll just head right up to 74 and get off and help set up for the mobile party experience at the Partio. This is incredible. It's a great idea, and like you said, when you have screen time, you got to use it to your advantage, and you've got to, windshield time to come up with ideas and put them into play. And this is the type of thing that we love to promote here on our show. Don't Hassle Us, we're local, and we appreciate you reaching out to us. Yeah, so you guys can check this out, and again, you can go to their website, www.my-mpx.com. You can look at photos there. We'll put something together as well on ESPN1170am.com. Well, you guys can get a look at how this whole thing works out. A working bathroom. That is incredible.
Yeah, flushable toilet, running water, just like an RV.
Yeah.
And when you start seeing the bills come in, you're like, oh my gosh, the toilet and the one, I got it outside, guys. So if you want to take a look, let me know. But it's pretty immaculate, and all the women that I've had go in there and check that out, they're like, oh, thank you. Like it is honestly a godsend for those that are sitting.
Yeah, and I think it's
ladies love a clean clapper. Crapper, Jay. I mean, sorry.
Okay.
This thing's strong, apparently.
Okay.
I can't even talk.
Okay, right.
Jeez.
Do they?
Ask Coral.
Okay. Thanks, bud.
Oh, jeez.
That could have came out worse.
Yeah, it could have. All right, so like I said, 2 to 3 flat screen LED TVs. It's DirecTV. You have the ticket, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Internet connection. There's a grill. The 2 keg tap is so you just go get a keg and hook it up.
Yeah.
Right?
So for me, I mean, I don't have a liquor license,
I know.
but it's for the consumer. They've got 2 6 barrels, or it's got a Yeti tank in their well to keep it cold. They recommended that over a kegerator. So.
Anything else for us, buddy?
No, I just appreciate the opportunity, and those that can make it out to Pints would love to have you.
Yeah, this Thursday for
I've got a huge following.
Now the phone number on the card here. This is how they contact you if they want to book it, right?
Yeah, or the website.
All right, it's 563-514-1470. 563-514-1470, and the website once again is www.my-mpx.com.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna do our 3rd year. Guess the lines. It starts, T-Roy.
It does?
Yeah, we're starting when we come back from thing.
You're going down.
All right, whatever.
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi, and served the fine community of Davenport since 1992. They have a ton of great beers like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and the also popular Cherry Bomb Blonde. You can check out the Facebook page for all the drink specials and visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Right now, the tap room is open in the Freight House Complex. Is down there this weekend, Jay, for the farmers market. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Had me a comeback witty, or witty comeback, however they're saying it. Witty comeback, how they're saying it. It was great. So make sure you check them out. Those are our friends from Front Street Brewery.
This is Coach A.C. Earl. Don't hassle us, we're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Napa know-how. Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
It's time for some straight talk. Look, you wouldn't spend more to get the exact same thing, would you? No. So when I tell you that Straight Talk Wireless runs on the same cell towers as the big guys but charges up to half the cost, you see where I'm going with this, right? Get America's best 4G LTE networks for less. The unlimited plan is just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds, then 2G. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
The fall sports schedule at Augustana College is kicking into high gear. On the women's side, there's volleyball and soccer, cross country, tennis, and golf. Men's sports include soccer and cross country, golf, tennis, and football, with the first game Saturday, September 7th at 1. The Vikings will host Coe College at the Knowlton Outdoor Athletic Complex. Division III sports at Augustana College are exciting and competitive. For complete game information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front-row seat to big-time small college sports.
Bricks Tap Davenport is the Quad Cities home for all of your sports action and good beer served properly. Kick back on Sundays and don't miss a moment of the games with the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come early on Saturdays and make Bricks your special tailgate spot for all Hawkeye games. Don't forget, Bricks' great second floor bar is perfect for all of your special events, birthday parties, anniversaries, or just a great time. Call 563-594-6857 or check us out on Facebook for all booking inquiries. Bricks Tap, good beer, served properly. West 3rd Street, Davenport.
The American Led Zeppelin, Get the Lead Out. The iconic music of the mighty Zeppelin, performed to perfection. September 19th at Adler Theater. All the passion and fury. The music of Led Zeppelin, just like you remember it. Get the Lead Out. September 19th. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster.com and the Adler Theater box office. Produced by Nightlight Promotions.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-500-8980. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-500-8980. That's 1-800-500-8980. 1-800-500-8980.
Download the ESPN 1170 app today and listen to the Quad Cities' only local sports show from noon to 2. From anywhere in the world, we are the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Oh, T-Roy.
We're on an AM radio. Boom, 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 boom. We're on AM. Whoa.
That
radio.
music, not your singing, makes me so happy because this is something that obviously Bill Simmons from The Ringer has been doing a long time with Cousin Sal. Cousin Sal, you can find him on FS1. And something I remember just talking with you about it one time at the old Governor's, T-Roy.
That's right.
About 5 years ago. And I was like, you're pretty good at guessing the lines here, pal.
I know.
We should talk more and more. Then we made a podcast, T-Roy.
We did. We started in a kitchen.
And then we did Guess the Lines, and then they put us on the radio, and they put us on FM.
And then we found Serge out there just wandering in the universe.
Then they put us on FM, week 2, and then they put us on AM, but it is week 1, Guess the Lines, the NFL, where I trust you to
We're just moving up and down the dial, Jay, is what we
That's what I say. We dominated FM so hard that we had to go over to AM.
Exactly.
We are still technically the #1 sports talk radio show ever on FM radio in the Quad Cities.
That's true. Going down, yes, technically we are. All right. So how this works out there, you
Put
guys
that
listening,
in your blunt and smoke.
we're going to go through each game, and we're going to guess what the lines have, what Vegas has put the line at. I trust T-Roy not to look at the lines every week, and we do this. Usually we do it on Mondays.
I
but
avoided it like the plague.
Serge will give us the updated. Do you have those? You'll have, Serge will let us know how we
got
them. So it's week 1. You play along on. You can leave comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread when you make your guesses, but or play along in the car. But here we go, week 1. Thursday night game, which we talked about.
The Bears.
Mobile party experience will be there next to the Partio. The Bears. It's the kickoff of year 100 of the NFL. The Bears host the Green Bay Packers. It's a 7:20 kickoff. What do you got for me, T-Ray? What are you guessing?
I'm taking Bears minus 3.5.
Ooh.
Rough.
That's a good guess. Because I just gave them the old-fashioned home -3.
They're a better team. I gave them the half point more.
The thing is, I'm worried about. I think more people, the public, will bet on the Packers more than they'll bet on the Bears and take the points. I think the line would, even if it opened at 3.5, I think it will end up at 3. So, Green Bay at the Bears. You say 3.5. Bears minus 3.5. I say -3. Coral, what do you got to guess? Do you understand how this works?
Nope.
There we go. Perfect time to explain this.
Yeah, exactly.
So the line
we're
is
betting that the line's going to be that the Bears are favored by 3.5. He's saying 3.
Meaning that we're
gonna
predicting them to win by at least 3 points.
And Vegas thinks that as well.
So you're predicting the Bears to win by 3.
So if you had two like really unevenly matched teams, like one really really good team, and then against like the worst team in the league, it might be like 14.
So like
or
Arizona,
17.
like if Arizona was playing the Chiefs, it'd be like -21.
And the way you're looking at it right now,
Yeah.
is that if the line is 3 or 3.5, it would be in your eyes or a gambler's eyes. The Packers right now would be 3-0 before it even kicks off. You have to add 3 points to them. Do you understand now?
Because they're going to get beat by more than 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 3. T-Ray's got -3.5. Serge?
Final answer?
Final answer, -3. Yeah.
It is -3.
I feel like that's where I left off, just winning.
Huh. Oh, jeez.
Actually, I won last year.
You had a comeback, but I was so far ahead.
You're probably still streaking, too.
I came back and won that year. Bird.
See, Serge is up.
You got out ahead. I came back and won the year. We all know that.
No.
Yeah.
T-Roy's up, though, for
Revisionist history.
the streak, by the way. We need to do that.
By the end of the show, it'll be Jay's turn again.
Probably. That's what, yeah. It all works out, doesn't it? Here, yeah.
I'm the only one with a mullet, so I can do what I want.
All right, Tennessee at Cleveland. The Titans at Cleveland. Noon
The
kickoff.
Super Bowl bound Browns.
That's right.
Say that, T-Roy.
I got complaints coming on the T-Ray text thread.
What's that?
It says, WTF, how come we have to listen to you guys on a tin can? Can I tape your show with my 8-track? They can't treat the QCA Stugatz this way.
Oh.
Thanks,
They can,
Burmeister.
and they did.
They did, Burmeister.
All right, Cleveland hosting Tennessee Titans.
You go first. I went first.
All right, I think, well, first things first, usually the home game team gets 3 points, Coral. All right, that's
Okay.
how you have to work in Vegas' eyes. And I think Cleveland's a little better than that, but I don't think it should be too crazy. I gave him just an extra point. I gave him -4.
I gave him more than that. I think I gave him -5. I think Cleveland's going to turn some stuff up.
Do you think okay, you have -5?
Yep.
I have -4. Cleveland -4. I don't. All right, Serge?
T-Roy's going to win this one. It's 5.5.
Oh, I was going to go with Jay.
What were you?
Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, I was.
Well, then you'd be a loser.
All right.
Well,
Little
Go see how clean the crapper is.
FYI, the next game coming up is one of only 2 that I have a road team favored.
Well, you know what? It's 1 of 4.
Whoa! Whoa! All right, Baltimore at Miami. Miami is in serious trouble.
Miami might be the only team I know that's more garbage than the Iowa State Cyclones, Jay.
I probably didn't give this one enough, but
I might not have either. I went. You want me to go first?
yeah, go ahead.
I went Baltimore -4.
Oh, I went higher than you.
Okay.
I have Baltimore at -6.5. I think
I
Baltimore.
figure it's a full touchdown. You're taking the 3 from Miami and you're giving 4. I gave a full touchdown. So I figured that was a lot. Being the first game of the year.
Hey, you're right, but I think Baltimore's, like I said, I thought in my head Baltimore's double digits better than them, but I took away 3 and then I settled at 6.5 because I figured you could get at 7. You're going to get too much, in my own opinion, too much sharp money coming in, the pros. So I got Baltimore -6.5. You have Baltimore again. What, T-Ray?
-4.
-4. Serge.
7.
Wow.
That was a full 7.
No, one goes to Jay. You only have 1. Calm
All right. Atlanta at Minnesota. Both dome teams. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I said it with Vasco the other night, and I'll say it again. I never know what to expect out of Atlanta. In this situation, I don't even know what season to expect out of Atlanta.
Well, I think Minnesota has a better defense. Offenses are probably pretty equivalent in my eyes. I think Minnesota has a better running game. They both have a really good receiving game. The quarterbacks, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, what'd you go?
These are the type of things that make me sick to do, but it's a -3 Minnesota. I just gave them the home -3.
Minnesota's better than that. I gave -5.
I think that's too high. I really think that's too high.
It is too high. It's going to be Minnesota -3.5.
Don't start singing. Okay.
That is, yeah. All right, so 3.5. I think that'll probably be moved down to 3. All right, Buffalo at the New York Jets. That's going to be the first division game that we bring up. Buffalo at the New York Jets. I actually like the New York Jets this year. I have them as a possible playoff team.
Well, we all know how your betting record's going.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Did you see it all? What I put on Twitter that
No,
Iowa State was -10.5 in the second half, and I said hammer Iowa State.
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay, good.
I didn't make fun of it though.
All right. Well,
you brought it up. Just remember.
Buffalo at the Jets. I've got the Jets.
I got the Jets as well.
Good. I'm glad you've got the Jets as well. I've got them set at -2.5.
I got them at -3.5.
Watch us split this one.
You guys are going to split this one.
I knew it.
Because it is -3. Yeah. So once again, they're saying that this is basically an even matchup. They're giving the home team a 3-point advantage just because they're at home. Otherwise, it's a pretty even playing field.
Yes. All right, another divisional game. The Washington Redskins.
Oh, Lord.
At the Philadelphia Eagles. Noon kickoff. NFC East opponents. Philly. I got Philly -7.
I got a -6.
It wasn't enough either one. It's -9.5.
Oh, holy cow. Jay's starting to walk away a little bit here, but that's all right. I'll come back and get him.
I didn't even pay attention. Right now, I'm thinking teaser in my head.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm thinking Philly. Throw Philly in a teaser right now. Move that down to +5.
You're going to tease Coral.
+0.5.
What?
All right. The Rams travel to Carolina Panthers. West Coast versus East Coast. I think the Rams are a better team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like the Riverboat Ron.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have the Panthers favored. This might be a game where you have the road team favored because you said there was 4.
I got the... what do you got?
I've got the Panthers -1.
I got the Rams -1.
Okay, that's about right. Okay, that feels good. Serge?
It is Rams -3.
Wow.
There you go,
I don't like that one at -3.
Really
West Coast to East Coast. That's a lot of points. Okay, Kansas City at Jacksonville. The last noon game. Is it tough?
You just don't know what Jacksonville defense is there anymore, do you?
No. Saxonville, Nick Foles led. I think Kansas City should be favored.
I do too.
It's just a matter of how much.
Big Slick Nick.
Yeah, there you go. Some people call him that.
What'd you do?
I think Kansas City is at least a touchdown, and then I had to give away 3 points. So then I put Kansas City at -4.
I took him at -3.
Okay.
Jay, you're good.
Thanks.
-4, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll get it back.
Hit it right on the head.
So I golfed with my dad yesterday.
Yeah.
And if I'm never going to beat him in the game of golf. I've accepted that.
Okay.
But every time I did have a better shot than
it's
him.
possible. You could do it.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm okay with that.
All right.
But every time I did have a better shot than him, which happened a few times, so he would say, "Nice shot," and he'd drive away, and I'd just go,
mm-hmm.
Gotta celebrate the small victories, Jay.
That's right. Indianapolis Colts at the Chargers. This is an interesting line because I wonder how much what this opened at and where it is now.
Well,
we know that the over-under changed from 9 games to 6.
Yeah.
So how many points is Andrew Luck worth?
He's at least for 6.
So you got the Chargers at -9?
I got him at -6.5. This was a pretty even game up until that point.
Okay, you have them at -6.5.
Chargers haven't really had a lot of luck at home.
Okay.
Well,
they're not really at home.
That's what I'm getting at. They haven't really built a home base yet. So, yeah. I think this would have been almost a pick 'em.
You know what, T-Roy? You know what they say? Home is wherever you put your 18 kids. And Philip Rivers has 18 kids, so.
I just have one.
So the game home is wherever. I've got the Chargers versus Chargers -8.
Serge?
It is Chargers -6.5.
I nailed it.
There's your small victories, right?
Oh, Jaber.
Oh.
You're only up 2 right now. Just
Cincinnati at Seattle. Big trade this weekend, pal.
I know, Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, going to Seattle, and they're just getting him for, basically, it's a 1-year player. They've already told him they're not going to franchise him.
For a Subway sandwich, pretty much.
Basically. But Seattle said that they agreed that they wouldn't franchise him, but they're going to get a compensatory pick out of this. I think Seattle made out well in this trade. And I don't like to say things about Coach Pete Carroll, that he did a good job.
Well,
you know what they say, every time he
their season
chews his gum, an angel dies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I know, because he chomps on the gum a lot.
Killing angels.
I've got Seattle -7.5 at home against Cincy.
I have a -6.5 at home against Cincy.
Cora, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, wait. I keep forgetting. What team do you follow again? You're from Ohio, but Dubuque, we have all these weird things.
None of them.
St. Louis Battlehawks.
Right, yeah.
She's a huge Battlehawk.
Yeah, we all are deep down inside, let's be honest.
I don't know.
All right.
Browns and Bears.
Right.
Okay.
This is Seattle -9.5.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
Throw
of
that in the
Bengals.
tease as well. I like Seattle and Philly in the teaser. Hubba hubba. Big NFC least divisional matchup. The New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants of New York
I just think of the
come
movie
in to
Madagascar
face America's team. The Cowboys, who, it's being reported.
Zeke came back to Dallas today.
It did happen?
Well, he flew back because,
they're going to give him a lot of money.
He didn't fly back from Cabo because they weren't going to sign, right?
They're going to give him a lot of money, right?
He's getting paid.
He's going to get paid. All right, so Ezekiel Elliott against the New York Giants.
They cleared up like $5.7 million when they signed La'el Collins too. Cap space. What do you got?
Dallas -3. I just gave him the home field advantage. The star.
Well, Jay,
it's a divisional game.
Lost your mind.
It's Eli Manning.
They're 94% favorites to win this game.
Are they? Are they?
-7.
Wow.
-7?
Yeah.
I bet you I'm closer.
Bet you're not.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Bet you're not.
Dallas -3. You have -7. Serge?
It's Dallas -7.
Whoa! That is an awful lot.
No, it's not.
That is an awful lot.
That is
Troy, you
divisional
ignorant slut.
Troy, you ignorant slut. A divisional game.
That is not
week
a lot.
1. That is a
Dallas
large
has
line.
owned these Giants the last 4 years. They're garbage. They're terrible. Who do they have? Saquon Barkley. It's it. Sterling Shepard doesn't know what to do with his thumb. Might as well stick it up where the sun don't shine. Eli Manning's going to be crying before this game's over. Who's that? Didn't they just draft another quarterback who stinks? They're garbage.
Daniel Jones? How dare you talk about Daniel Jones like that?
I'll talk about Daniel
Compare
Jones.
him to your Iowa State take.
People.
Detroit at Arizona.
Detroit,
Gosh,
Rock
two
City.
teams that you are not very nice to in our preseason picks.
Well, I got one of them going 0-16 and the other one going 4-12.
Oh no.
So who do you think, Coral? What do you think? Who do you think I got favored?
What is it?
Detroit
Detroit
at Arizona.
Detroit.
He's got Detroit. It's one of his 4 on the road this week that he's
I got
favored.
Detroit -1 here, Jay.
I've got this a pick 'em. So boring.
And I almost did pick them, but I thought no. Detroit's better.
I am going to be watching this game though because I want to see this air raid offense. See if it's a real deal.
It's going to get shut down, even by Detroit.
You got -1. I've got to pick 'em. Serge.
T-Roy's going to win this. It's -2.5.
Detroit is?
Yes.
On the road?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Jay, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Oh, no.
All right.
I am only one down with 4 to go.
San Francisco 49ers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. T-Roy likes Tampa Bay so much that he'll give him the 3 and he'll add a 1.5. T-Roy's going to guess -4.5.
No, -3.
I guess -3.
I like both these teams.
I guess -3 as well.
You guys both guess -3?
Yes.
Yep. Well, you're going to tie on this one.
Yeah?
Because it's even.
Yeah. It's even.
It is even.
It's a pick-em?
Pick 'em?
Yes.
Vegas
well, you tied
loves
because you guessed the same thing. That was my joke.
I know, but
that's
I
both
thought for
just
sure
stared
we
at
got
me.
it. I thought we nailed it on the head.
No.
Vegas loves handsome Jimmy, huh?
Well,
dummies.
Yeah.
Dummies, he says.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Sunday night game at the New England Patriots.
The Stillers.
That's right.
What do you think here, Jay?
All right, public money is something I think about a lot when doing these lines, knowing that public likes to bet the Steelers, but they also like Patriots. But it's usually more Steelers, Broncos type of thing, Green Bay. So a lot of public, they like to bet on these things. Obviously, it's 3 at home at Gillette, right? You got to do that. And then I thought of the public money, so I put New England at -2.5.
I put them -3.5. I still think they're a better football team. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl. Pittsburgh has some things to prove. I think they will. But this is...
We're still here. -5.5.
Here we go.
Wow.
England -5.5.
Like
Wow.
that. She's
Disrespecting Pittsburgh
knotted
Steelers.
up.
Disrespecting them like that.
Champ ground over the man.
Yeah. Wow. -5.5, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crazy.
Monday night doubleheader, which every Monday night should be doubleheaders.
It should be.
Because they're the best.
And Thursday night games suck.
Well, actually, the schedule's pretty good this year for Thursday night.
Yeah.
But I don't like them. You're right.
I'd
I
rather
don't
have 2 on Monday every night.
I'd rather have 2 on Monday.
Get used to hearing that because I'm going to say it all year long.
That's right. Houston at New Orleans.
This first game could be just a...
New Orleans.
Just a showdown. This should be fun to watch, Jay. If the healthy Kenny Stills can learn that offense, they got some weapons. Houston has some weapons now.
They always did.
Yeah.
By a man named D-Dub.
Yeah, I'm not
My guy.
Yeah, your guy. He didn't do much last year.
Houston at New Orleans. New Orleans is a possible NFC representative in the Super Bowl.
I
We would
agree.
assume.
I agree.
We would
They're-
agree.
I would say they're the NFC favorite.
Houston is led by who knows what. 6 different GMs trying to do the job. Bill O'Brien's giving away draft picks or trading away Jadeveon Clowney. I took New Orleans -5.5.
I took a -4.5.
Houston at New Orleans.
You're both under. T-Roy wins it. It's -7.
Whoa.
What does T-Roy win?
Wait, what'd you have?
He took 4.5.
You had
5.5.
Oh, then you had. Sorry, I thought you said 3.5.
Look at that assist you almost got over there, T-Roy.
Yep. New Orleans -7.
So it's either do or die here.
Oh, I got this.
Well, I'm really, really interested in this Denver team. The Broncos at the Raiders is the Monday night game, the last game of Week 1. 9:20 kickoff. I am interested in this Denver team. How good are they going to be? How good are the Raiders going to be?
It's the $1 million question, sir.
I'd-
Raiders are getting ready to move to Vegas.
That's going to be awesome.
It means the people in Vegas love them Raiders.
Oh boy.
I gave them the good old-fashioned -3, the Raiders.
Good Lord.
Did you?
Yes, we're going to push, and you're going to win by 1, you lucky bird.
And it's -1. Oakland -1.
Yeah.
So Jaybird takes Week 1. Barely, but I'll take it. I think that's about right. I think I would have been favored by 1. If we were setting the lines on how we were going to do this
You
week.
set the lines, yeah.
Yeah, I'd give myself 1. Yeah, that Oakland Denver screams the traditional -3, and I know you said -1, but that's why we both tied there. But I guess Denver is a betting favorite. That doesn't surprise me at all that it's only -1, though.
I mean, I should get at least one right since you didn't even have the Rams as a favorite.
Well, technically, you had 2 on the head also. Right on the head.
Yeah.
So
Dallas and the Chargers.
You did.
I'll give you the victory this week, Foster.
Well, yeah, I'll take
but
it.
It's a shallow victory.
I'll take it. Don't. Yeah,
it's a shallow victory.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It'll be all right.
Neither will I.
But I definitely will take it. Coral, and that's how Guess the Lines works.
Interesting.
Brought to you by Vodka Mule by Cutwater Spirits.
So should I have my list next week?
I can print one out for you. Yeah, actually, it's on Mondays when we normally do it, though.
Oh,
because we really can't wait this long.
Lame.
It's a lot of work to not pay attention to the lines like week 1.
I know. I had to like.
For me, it's no work at all. It'd be work to look at it for me.
I think the only time it really throws us off is like the Monday night game where there might not be a line here and there. But yeah, we do it on Mondays, and but since it's Labor Day, we had to do it on Tuesday. So
Makes
that's
sense.
our week 1. So play along when you listen every week. We'll do it on Mondays. You guess the lines, and you guys can follow along on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, or play along in your car or when you listen on the app. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, Dan Vasco is going to be in studio with us. So,
all right, attention pizza lovers. Vans Pizza is now in Bettendorf. Vans Pizza and More has just opened near the TBK Plex at the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Roads. They have outstanding daily specials with that Vans Pizza you love. Today is Tuesday. You get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for $15.99. So make sure you give them a call because Vans Pizza and More is a carry-out or call-in establishment. They'll have that pizza hot and ready in 10 minutes, or you can have it delivered. Delivery area is limited. Vans Pizza and More, 563-232-1396. That's 563-232-1396.
This is Rachel Alger with St. Ambrose University, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Summer's ending, and savings are back in business with Dell's Labor Day sale. Small businesses can save up to 40% on select business computers with Intel Core processors, plus free shipping on everything, including a wide selection of thousands of top-brand electronics. Give our specially trained small business technology advisors a call. They can help you find just the right tech to fit your business with Labor Day savings. Visit Dell.com/business deals or call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 877-BUY-DELL.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical, not for sale to minors. Website restricted to adults 21 and over.
I'd been smoking for a while. I tried vaping when it first came out. It just didn't work for me. But recently, I tried My Blue, and it actually gave me the nicotine satisfaction I was looking for. My Blue is easy to use, and it lasts all day. I even like having the different flavors and nicotine options. It's nice having a choice. I think other smokers will be surprised by My Blue. I certainly was.
And right now, try My Blue for $1 at select retailers or myblue.com.
Tuesdays are the worst. They're all that stands between you and the downhill part of the week. But now they're a lot less worse, because Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs are buy one, get one free traditional wings. So Monday, you may kick off the week. Wednesday, you may have a cool nickname. Thursday, you might be the almost weekend. But watch your back, because Tuesdays just officially became Wing Tuesdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one traditional wings order and get one of equal value free. Participation and promotional details vary by location. Check in with your favorite Buffalo Wild Wings to learn more about this offer.
Start your next project today and save with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Give your home an update with an Energy Star rated water heater from Menards. Choose from a high efficiency natural gas or LP tankless water heater. Right now they're just $933.61 each after sale price and 11% off. Sale prices are good through Saturday, September 7th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
QuadHelpWanted.com presents the world's worst boss, the one who posts jobs on huge national job sites, looking for anyone with a pulse. We'll just call him Dave.
And now a word from Andrew's boss, Dave.
Thank you, and may I say what a beautiful service. Everyone at the office will miss Andrew. He was kind, quick with a joke, and great with quarterly P&L reports. He will never be replaced in our hearts. However, my accounting department needs someone ASAP.
I think that's enough.
One last thing, Padre. My favorite Andrew memory was when he came in to interview. He told me he got a bachelor's in whatever accountants get, and I figured some of his college buddies might be here who got the same thing and need a job. Wow, that's inappropriate. But it reminds me of the last thing Andrew said to me.
I think you should leave.
How did you know?
Don't be a Dave. Find your perfect local employee at quadhelpwanted.com. Local jobs that work.
We don't discriminate against people named Dave. Dave is a common name, fun to say, and so we're using it as a catch-all for lackluster bosses everywhere. They post jobs on the big national job boards because they really don't care. Please do not write us to tell us you're a Dave who was insulted by this ad. That would be a real Dave move, Dave.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy! Go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
All right, everybody, we are back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and you're listening to Don't Talk, boy, good Lord. Don't Hassle Us. We're local here on ESPN 1170 AM.
Yeah, in studio with us now, Dan Vasco from WHBF and KLJB. We were just on the show on Sunday night. Thanks for having us, Dan.
Oh, absolutely. Feels like last night.
Yeah, the
weekend flew by.
It's been it did, but it didn't. It was a long. I feel like we've been gone forever. Yeah. But I mean, it was just Friday. I don't know. It felt like a long weekend, but it did go by real fast, incredibly fast. All right, Vasco. The one thing that we had the most fun doing last year was looking at SI.com.
Oh, yeah.
The Monday morning quarterback.
Lord. Yes, I can't wait.
And their power poll.
The power rankings.
The power rankings. So,
power rankings.
Sometimes
Week 1.
each week their staff on SI.com ranks all 32 teams of the NFL
going
from
through the
best
top
to
10,
worst.
right?
Yeah. And they have their preseason already going on. The 32 teams are ranked with 16 to go. And let's see, this week's voters, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people on SI.com made their picks for the power rankings. Who do you think they got number 1?
They probably have New England.
Man. I want to tell everybody out there, these, if you listen when we come on Tuesdays, these rankings are sometimes way off the charts. Like they don't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna. I haven't looked at the entire rankings yet. For their power.
Is that
rankings.
some sort of hint for this number 1?
No,
I'm going to say Kansas City.
I don't think so at all.
I would say Kansas City should be.
Yeah.
If you're asking me, but who cares?
But defending Super Bowl champs.
Yep.
I don't necessarily disagree with it either, but
it is the New England Patriots. They got 6 out of the 10.
So they won the Super Bowl, so
yep.
I get it.
Yeah, it's fair.
11-5 last year Super Bowl. They got 6 out of the 10 votes for first place. The lowest they got was 3rd. So 3 voted them 3rd. At number 2, you have already mentioned them.
Kansas City.
They got 2 number 1 votes, and their lowest was 3. They had 3rd place. What do you think about LaShawn McCoy going to the Chiefs?
Yeah, I think it's good depth, but I don't expect him to be the starting running back.
It's Damian Williams, right?
Yeah, it's a Damian Williams' job to lose. It's just there are a lot of question marks surrounding him, whether he can handle that workload. But, you never know until the guys are given that chance. So, yeah, I think he's more of a depth push than anything else. But, I mean, pretty solid depth. I mean, it's a decent move on their part. They lost, guys like
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, obviously.
Yeah.
Is Carlos Hyde still there? Or
no,
did he
Texans.
went? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they needed the depth. So we'll see what happens. He might be used.
All right, at number 3 in the power rankings.
I'm gonna have to say New Orleans.
Is it an NFC team?
It is an NFC team.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the Rams.
It is the Saints.
Okay.
They got one first place vote. Their lowest was someone voted them 6.
Someone said a first place vote. Wow.
One first place vote, and someone did give them a 6. The fourth ranked team in their power rankings.
I would have the Steelers, but I'll bet they have the Rams.
I was gonna say Rams or Chargers, but Rams.
It is the Rams. Yeah. They had 2 first place votes and 2 fifth place votes. So
nothing egregious so far.
No.
Nothing like insane.
No.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Detroit Lions,
Hold
number
on.
5.
All right, number 5.
I would say Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They probably have the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep.
I like that you guys are in agreement. They disagree with you.
So neither of them.
It is the NFC East Philadelphia Eagles.
Boy, they sure think Carson Wentz is going to stay healthy.
They
sorry,
received
man.
1 out of 10 first place votes.
T-Roy, I bet they don't put the Steelers on this top 10
They were a
list.
double doink
I'm
away
getting-
from
I'm
losing a
calling it.
playoff. I mean, not even having a playoff victory last year. I mean, they are. Sorry.
Carson Wentz is good. I mean, he was having an MVP season. So
When?
maybe a couple years ago, 2017.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But he was
That was when he was last,
he was
fully healthy. for the
mediocre
most part.
last year. At
Yeah.
best. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what this
Defense is good, but I
defense
don't
is-
think
it's
they should
okay.
They
that
received a 12th place vote as well. But someone did give them a number 1. Number 6.
Well, it better be the Chargers or the Steelers.
Yep, Chargers.
It is not the Chargers or
What?
the Steelers.
You got to be kidding me.
All right,
No.
so it's an NFC team.
It is an NFC
If
team.
it's
yeah.
Seattle, I'm going to throw up right
It's
now.
not Seattle.
The Cowboys?
It is the Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboys.
I can live with that. All right.
They received their highest placed vote was 5th. Their lowest was 13th.
I can see everybody holding off and not knowing what's going to happen with Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had to have a lot of 5s then.
Yeah.
a lot of 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
for
They
them to
had
end
it,
up
and that's
there.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
lot
they're
of
middle.
sixes.
as a
Yeah, they had
Cowboy
lots of
fan, I
sixes.
get it. Yeah, you don't know who's showing up.
Yeah.
They're fine, but they're going to be good.
They're a top 10 team is perfectly reasonable.
It still doesn't. I don't think that averages out. To be honest with you, though, even if all 8 of the other votes were all at 6s, it doesn't. That 13 should have moved him. But anyway,
Yeah, true.
all right. At number 7,
Chargers. Let's just keep.
it is
Dude,
not
why?
the Chargers.
The Chargers have a
Steelers?
great roster. No,
is
they're
not
not.
the
They're
Steelers.
not going to put the Steelers in the top 10 because
Seattle?
they're going to be like the Browns.
It's not Seattle,
the Browns.
guys.
Chicago.
No,
Green Bay.
it is Green Bay. Yes, they went 6-9-1 last year for 3rd place in the NFC North, but they are currently 7th in the power rankings. They got 2 votes for 6th place, and 1 person voted them all the way down
I
to
still
17th.
don't see how, why you shouldn't be put in the pre. Like, I think the Green Bay Packers are going to have a great season. With that being said, the Bears should be ahead of them in the power rankings.
Hello. Hello.
We-
The Chargers?
We need
Yes,
we
the
need
Chargers
a hot,
for sure need to be in here. They
They're
should
not
have been
gonna.
in here
They're
already.
not going to skip a beat without Melvin Gordon. They're going to be just fine. Austin
They're
Eckler.
going to be fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Their defense is phenomenal. They did lose Derwin James, but whatever. They got plenty of guys.
We need-
yeah, that's strange.
we need to put on a hotkeys. Cram in your cram hole, LaFleur. Yeah. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. We need a bunch of LaFleur drops for that. All right, number 8.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
It's
Please.
not the Chargers.
Steelers?
It's not the Steelers.
Why, like this
Seattle?
is criminal, man.
It's not Seattle.
The Bears.
Not the Bears.
It's not the Bears. Come on.
Ooh, the Vikings.
It's not the Vikings. It's the Atlanta Falcons. At number 8.
All right. Hold on a second.
They have them in the top 4 of the league, by the way.
Atlanta
They're the top.
is an underdog to
25%.
Minnesota.
How do you put Atlanta ahead of Chicago, ahead of Pittsburgh, ahead of the Chargers?
How are they an underdog to Minnesota?
It says here, returning much of their injured defense will be key for this Falcons team.
Will it?
1 vote as high as 5th.
It started so well.
1 vote as low as 16th.
They started so
didn't
well.
I know, yeah, and then it just spirals spirals out of control.
Even 5 and 6 was fine.
like in terms of the teams on here, I don't disagree with these teams being top 10 teams, but their positions on here.
Well,
if the
last two, I disagree with being top 10 teams. At the end of the year, Green Bay and Atlanta will not be top 10 teams. Bam.
I don't know.
I said
don't
it.
know.
Okay.
I thoroughly actually do disagree with New Orleans being third there, but I think that's pretty high.
At
for them.
number 9, your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, they did. They cracked the top 10.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they put them in there.
Boy, if the Chargers or the Bears are not at 10.
2 people had them as high as 7.
They're not going to put the.
One had them as low as 14.
They're going to underestimate the Bears heavily, and Chargers got to be these next guys here.
Number 10.
Finally, our Chargers.
The Los
Bring it
Angeles
home.
Chargers.
The LA Clippers.
This is a weird thing.
It does kind of.
This is
looks
weird.
exactly like that.
They'll give you like previous and people voted, and then they'll say something and they'll do a little write up, and it says the Chargers are in a tough spot, among the league's best teams, but not even the best in the division. Fair, but we think they should be higher than 10.
Yeah,
right?
and a wild card makes
Yeah.
a top 6. So.
Yeah.
Or not in terms of the whole NFL, so that would be wrong there. But
All right.
but still.
Number 11.
Outside looking in.
Number 11.
You got to put the Bears.
It is the Chicago Bears. They went 12-4 last year. Lost the wild card. 2 people voted them as high as 4th. 1 person voted them as low as 11. I don't know how
The biggest knock on them, I
average
think,
out?
it just has to be right.
This doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
If the lowest
It
place
doesn't.
vote is 1 person at 11 and they are 11, this does not average out.
Maybe it's like the Electoral College where certain guys are worth more votes.
It doesn't average out.
With more seniority.
Doesn't work. That doesn't.
No, yeah.
That's how college
Well, with
works.
the Dallas thing,
I'll
if
break
their
it down.
highest vote was 5 and they end up 6.
It's all off population, but yeah.
All right, at number 12, the Seattle Seahawks. As high
Just
as
got their
6 as low as 22.
their edge
Yep.
rusher.
Mm-hmm.
I had him top 10.
Davion's big.
13, everybody's favorite, the Cleveland Browns.
That's kind of fair, actually.
I don't think you can have them over the Vikings right now.
Well, the Vikings are 14.
It's interchangeable. Both are in tough divisions. But the Cleveland has probably an easier road because the NFC North's just stacked.
I do like their little write-ups. If the Vikings can return to 2017 form and snap the regression they saw last year, the team could be a contender in the NFC. No kidding?
Oh yeah? Yeah. If this team scores more points than its opponents on a weekly basis, they should be in contention for a Super Bowl.
Thanks, guys. 15 is the Houston Texans.
Well, I had Kansas City, New England, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, the Rams, the Chargers, Dallas, Philly, the Bears, Seattle. That was my top 10. And Seattle was a lot of it was the addition of Clem. It's going to help them out. So.
It will help them out a lot. Yeah, that's a much improved team.
Carolina Panthers are at 16, rounding out. That's your top half. The very bottom of this list, Miami Dolphins at 32, Washington Redskins at 31, Arizona Cardinals at 30, Bengals
Really?
29.
I thought the Bengals didn't make the. I thought for sure Bengals would be in the basement.
Now they're bottom 4.
Yeah,
new head
makes
coach.
sense.
Yeah, I did the bat.
I think the Bengals will be the, if not last place, second to last place team this year.
Yeah, they're not looking.
No.
It's not looking.
Not
too good
looking
there.
good.
But hey, you know what? Good job for SI for not like you said, Vasco. It started off so well.
Yeah.
But good job for them for giving us more
Something to
entertainment
talk
and everything.
about. Yeah.
Well, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Dan Vasco from WHBF KLJB. Let's talk about the Iowa Hawkeyes. and
Make
some high school
all
footies.
of your Sundays fun days at Pints with 250 20-ounce domestic drafts, $3 you-call-its, and live music from 5 to 8. Pints supplies the partio, you supply the fun. Check out this lineup coming up for the rest of September. We have Scott Stowe coming up this Sunday, followed by Jordan Danielson, Dave Ellis from the Fry Daddies, and then on the 29th, Doug Big Undies Brundies. That's right. That's Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Steely Dan, live in concert.
Are you reeling in the years?
Sweet Tour 2019.
Stowing away the time. Ain't nothing.
this Wednesday at Tax Slayers Center. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and the venue box office. Check more at SteelyDanOfficial.com.
How do you want to feel today? Choose your mood with new St. Ives Hydrating Face Mist, made with 100% natural extracts. Spritz the vibrant scent of grapefruit for an instant boost of happy. Yes! Calming lavender for a feeling of relaxation. Or sparkling orange for a burst of energy. Zing! Happy vibes, a moment of zen, or a quick pick-me-up. Get hydrated skin in all the feels, anytime, anywhere. New St. Ives Hydrating Face Mist. Turn up the glow.
Good is getting an awesome back-to-school haircut. Great is giving back at the same time. This back-to-school season, when you get our free Great Clips online check-in app, we'll donate $1 in supplies to schools in need with a goal of donating $400,000. And with some delivery help from Monster Jam and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, this is one easy way to make a big difference. You get the app, we donate $1. Terms and conditions apply. Learn more at greatclips.com/schools. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. We'll also have a dolphin chatter excitedly in front of the perfect candidate. Okay, there's no dolphin. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
The fall sports schedule at Augustana College is kicking into high gear. On the women's side, there's volleyball and soccer, cross country, tennis, and golf. Men's sports include soccer and cross country, golf, tennis, and football, with the first game Saturday, September 7th at 1. The Vikings will host Coe College at the Knowlton Outdoor Athletic Complex. Division III sports at Augustana College are exciting and competitive. For complete game information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front-row seat to big-time small college sports.
Your kitchen and bathroom are the places your guests will see the most when they visit your home. Don't let them see scratched surfaces, outdated cabinetry, and faded walls. Now's the time to complete the home renovation of your dreams. For this type of project, you need an all-star. You need to call Mike at All-Star Home Services. Check out their past transformations at all-starhomeservices.com. Call now and get $500 off your complete kitchen or bath project. Call 563-299-3786 or visit all-starhomeservices.com.
Today on the adventures of Super Louie, our hero and his trusty sidekick Thor find themselves battling the vile villain Father Time at Arrowhead Ranch.
You will never collect enough cars by October 11th to help at-risk youth in the area.
Superheroes, I need your help. Donate your card at Arrowhead Ranch today. It's tax deductible and they'll pick it up even if it doesn't run.
Will our hero prevail? Tune in next time to see if Super Louie
and Thor,
yes, and Thor can defeat Father Time at Arrowhead Ranch.
The Quad City sports leader is always in the palm of your hands. Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, we are back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish with Dan Vasco on ESPN Radio.
Give you some score updates from Harrington's
AM.
Pub yesterday in baseball. Kyle Hendricks went 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run, struck out 7 as the Cubs beat the Mariners 5-1.
Finally get that dub.
Yeah, Indians beat the White Sox 11-3. The Twins beat the Tigers 4-3. Houston Astros took extra innings to beat the Milwaukee Brewers 3-2. Today, on the schedule, 6 o'clock, Minnesota goes to Boston. White Sox will be at Cleveland, 6:10 first pitch. Houston at Milwaukee, 6:40. The San Francisco Giants come to St. Louis. Jack Flaherty on the mound for the Cardinals, 8-7 on the year, 3.31 ERA. Lester is throwing for the Cubs as they play Seattle again. Felix Hernandez for the Mariners. Lester is 11-9 on the year with a 4.36 ERA. The Royals play host to the Tigers. Looking at some of the standings right now, Cubs are 3 games back of the Cardinals in the NL Central. The Twins still have a lead in the AL Central. So,
7 games head-to-head between the Cubbies and the Cards to close out this month, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Cub fans, we need to band together and beat down those Redbirds.
Got some Big Ten action over the weekend. Michigan State won its 21st consecutive home opener with a 28-7 win over Tulsa. Like we said, Iowa won their game and covered spread. 13 Big Ten schools will be in action this week as Iowa welcomes Rutgers in their first conference game of the year. Here we go.
The earliest.
Yep.
To start conference season.
What did you think about the game, Vasco, this past weekend? What did you think of the Hawkeyes?
You
got to hear our side of it. We want to hear yours.
And I agree with you guys. It's kind of commonplace to have slow starts like that, but you can't really find many faults in their second half performance. They were able to run the ball. Mekhi Sargent looks great, and that's kind of the game that you needed out of him to kind of solidify his role, because they've obviously you would think that they weren't planning on using 3 the entire year as a constant committee. They want some guy that they can rely on in certain big key moments. He seems to be that guy, leading them in receptions too. So he
just looked outstanding.
He looked great.
He was hitting the holes hard at full speed, making the right cuts. I mean, I look for him to do just as well, if not better, against Rutgers.
Yeah,
I think Miami of Ohio was a better team than Rutgers.
Yeah, and especially defensively, you would think that this matchup probably bodes a little bit better for his skill set. Going into Nate Stanley, I thought he had a great performance as well. There were a couple throws where you're like, man, you got to make those. There was like a couple dump-offs that he sailed on some guys in the screen game. But, I mean, the fades were great. Threw some great touchdowns. Connected with 10 different receivers. That's what you wanted to see after everyone was wondering what's with Fant and TJ being out. How's this offense going to look? They showed that.
It was kind of what we talked about preseason when I said he's going to spread it around. Yeah. Now you don't know who you're going to guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to double.
They're not going to double
team.
anyone.
Yeah.
So to know that they got playmakers around, it's nice that Martin was able to get that touchdown, kind of.
Yep.
Whet the appetite to start things off. So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, good start for the Hawkeyes. Good finish in the second half. So yeah, should be a good game against Rutgers to start off that Big Ten play.
I think it's just another great time for a little more warm-up. And I think for Iowa State, they have some doubts in their head, and they're moving on, and they have a week off to think about that. That's the problem.
But they have a year or a week off to... Are you saying that more of as a negative for them?
Yes.
Because, I mean, it is a positive at the same time, though, because they have that extra amount of time to prepare.
I just think that...
to draw up a game plan.
Game practice, you know what I'm saying? Games. In-game playing...
Sure.
It's different than practice.
But it like if they had lost to you and I would think that has more credence. But they still pulled out the win. They were still able to hold them off in a very, once you get to overtime, anything could happen with any opponent, right?
Don't be missing those field goals against Iowa. They're a Cyclone fan.
Yeah, that's definitely, you got to take the points when you can get them when you're playing a good defense like in Iowa.
The Big Ten had a good weekend. Only 2 teams lost. Purdue lost 34-31 at Nevada. Good story out of there. I don't know if you saw this. True freshman Brandon Talton of Nevada kicked a 56-yard field goal to beat Purdue. True freshman.
Wow.
56-yarder. Gave him the game ball.
That's impressive.
And then gave him a scholarship.
No,
that's
nice.
pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
That was the post game. That was a lot of fun.
I love seeing those every year. Every school has those moments where they.
So a guy walked on Stanford. Northwestern lost on the road against Stanford 17-7, but everybody else in the Big Ten won.
That Michigan State thing though, they held Tulsa to negative 90 yards rushing, right? And it wasn't just from sacks, because I was thinking all the running backs had negative yardage.
Yeah.
So that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
No shock there that they currently lead the Big Ten in defense.
Right.
Michigan State does.
It's a good start. On the stat sheet.
28-7 over Tulsa, like I said, winners. Wisconsin 49-0 over South Florida. Nebraska 35-21 over South Alabama. Scott Frost taking some heat out there about letting that Washington guy play in the second half.
Yeah, that whole situation's weird, man.
Not good.
I'm not familiar with the story.
I don't get it.
So he had a former ex-girlfriend. She had some photos when she was younger, and in a revenge porn type of thing, he released
video. He had a video.
He put the video out there, and it's like child pornography because she was underage.
She was 15,
Yeah.
and he sent it to her. He sent it to her like in like a threatening manner or something.
And Frost just
So she took it to the police.
Yeah, and he just sat him out of half.
Yeah.
This guy's in trouble.
Well, I'm telling you right now, that Scott Frost isn't a good guy. We've known that.
He's not, I've heard good things about him as a person, to be honest with you.
Okay, well,
But,
everything I've seen or heard
I
about
thought
him, he's a douche.
That is questionable, though. Why wouldn't you just say, "Hey, man, you got to sit out the opener till this thing's figured
South
out"?
Alabama, yes, you need to sit out.
right?
How about you sit out multiple games until
exactly.
Big Ten play?
It's, I don't understand.
Because your coach
It only can make you look bad.
Yeah.
It can only come back to bite you.
There you go.
Not smart.
Yeah, Indiana beat Ball State 34-24.
This is the same guy that lost everything because the movers or something.
They ended up finding it.
Yeah, it wasn't missing at all.
Yes.
'Cause he's a ding dong. He's
Yes.
a liar. Okay,
Yeah.
but hey, I'll call out like I see it, Jay. I don't care.
I like that. I'm all right as long as you don't call him complete garbage, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I called him a douche.
Yeah, there you can. You're entitled to your opinion. I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything that stood out in the high school Vasco over the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Rockridge coming back to beat Sherrard. That was like a huge win for them. Brutal loss for Rocky. I feel really bad for those guys. They battled back to take the lead, and just unfortunate circumstances down the stretch. They get a pick on the final drive and lose to Bradley Bourbonnais. So they should have a good bounce back week. They play Metamora, a tough opponent. So hopefully for them they'll able to get back on that winning track. Bettendorf with a big win over PV. That's obviously huge to just start the year that way. Some Sterling routing Marengo. That's a great start for them. So I mean, the Western Big Six is going to be awesome to watch this year with the two new teams in there. It should be really exciting.
Yeah, there was a Davenport Central, Muscatine going back and forth.
Yep,
North finally got their victory.
There were a lot of good matchups.
West scored and with like less than a minute remaining to beat UT. So there were good games out there.
Yeah,
and it's only going to get better. We need to take a quick break before we bring Alex in from Rhythm City Casino.
Hey, Quad City, stop going to your social media sites asking where you're going to get your oil changed, who does the best tattoo work, or where you're going to grab some lunch. Just pick up your Locals Love Us guide. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for. Or you can go to the website, localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you. And don't forget, voting is going on till the end of the month. And make sure you vote for us, Don't Hassle Us Local, and all of our show sponsors. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
Times, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
O'Reilly. Don't miss the Labor Day sale at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop in now through September 3rd and get in on great deals like buy one, get one free on a pair of Bosch Pure Vision wiper blades, super clean foaming degreaser, and more. 5 days only. Stop in today. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Howdy, folks. It's me, Colonel Sanders, about to do a little ditty called Mac and Cheese Bowl $5 Phillips. Mac and Cheese Bowl $5 Phillips. Oh, dang it. Mac and Cheese Bowl $5 Phillips. Try it again. Mac and Cheese Bowl $5 Phillips. I want yummy, yummy noodles and ooey gooey cheese and crispy, juicy popcorn nuggets. Oh, can't even make it to the part about the cookie and the Pepsi. Just try my new Mac and Cheese Bowl $5 Phillips at KFC. It's finger licking good. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Tax extra.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Score a touchdown on your next new or used purchase at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll feel like you've entered the big game each and every time. You'll be treated like a pro player from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles, too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh, yeah. Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
Tuesdays are the worst. They're all that stands between you and the downhill part of the week. But now they're a lot less worse, because Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs are buy one, get one free traditional wings. So Monday, you may kick off the week. Wednesday, you may have a cool nickname. Thursday, you might be the almost weekend. But watch your back, because Tuesdays just officially became Wing Tuesdays. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Buy one traditional wings order and get one of equal value free. Participation and promotional details vary by location. Check in with your favorite Buffalo Wild Wings to learn more about this offer.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities.
Message and data rates may apply. Please don't text while driving.
If you've been in business more than 20 minutes, you've probably printed your logo on all kinds of promotional products. We all know logos work because they're on everything from the top of skyscrapers to the bottom of shoes. Ever wondered why? Or how to best use your logo to grow your business? Let us show you today for free. We're 4imprint, promotional product experts at your service. We're giving away the latest issue of Amplify, the digital magazine that reveals promotional product success stories absolutely free to everyone who texts GROW to 88988. At 4imprint, we make your logo look perfect on thousands of promotional items. With our 100% guarantee, it'll be right the first time, on time, every time. Your free e-magazine will reveal invaluable insights that can attract new customers, build your brand, and grow your business. Get the latest issue of Amplify absolutely free by texting GROW to 88988. That's GROW to 88988.
Golick and Wingo in the morning. Dan Lebitard when you get to work. Don't hassle us, we're local for lunch. Spend your day with a Quad City sports leader. ESPN 1170 AM.
We're back, Quad Cities, here on AM 1170.
Welcome to the AM, Alex.
Yeah, thank you.
Where you too, Basco? I forgot to tell you.
Oh, man,
this is
usually
your
here
first
in the
time on the
PM.
AM. Yeah, It's your
We're
first time
still
on
the
AM.
number one radio talk show.
Sports
FM.
talk radio and FM.
on
Ever.
Ever,
Alex.
Ever.
That's why they had to move us.
Huge
We are
one.
in
That's why they had to
studio.
move us.
We've got Dan Vasco from WHBF, KLJB here, and now we've got Alex from Rhythm City and Draft Day Sports Lounge, Elite Sports Book, the Smart Bet Tuesday. Jay Rude will be calling in later. Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Doing well. You getting excited? I mean, how's the Rhythm City getting ready to go for Thursday night football?
Yeah, we're excited. Football's back in general. I think Saturday for college football was the busiest lunch we've ever had.
Okay,
at
good.
Draft day. So
wow, nice.
Yeah.
That's incredible. What else is going on up there?
So we just signed a contract. We'll be doing UFC pay-per-views for the next 6 months, starting this upcoming Saturday.
Okay.
A little weird for this one. It's in Dubai, so it starts at 1 p.m.
You ever been to Dubai?
No.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I have not.
I have.
Yeah, it sounds like
Dubai.
it.
That's awesome.
It's a world traveler.
So now you can go back.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go.
1 p.m. It's going to be on Saturday. You guys are going to have that, and obviously you can gamble on that at the Elite Sports Book and Draft Day Lounge. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we actually had a new bet request based on this fight too.
Okay.
Will they? Won't they make weight for the fight?
And
all right.
So did you
We're looking into that
Yeah.
one. That one's interesting.
Somebody
to me.
is looking kind of chubby that we don't know about.
So Khabib has had
other than me.
issues with making weight, and he's been out for the last year. So it brought up a couple questions.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good. I mean,
you would
that's,
think there's no way he's gonna let it.
Well, you
let
would
himself
think.
not make weight.
He
You
hasn't
know,
fought
but
since
who
he
knows?
beat McGregor. Is that right?
Yeah, he got suspended after he jumped out of the cage.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. All right.
Well,
That seems like forever ago.
Which brings up an
It certainly
interesting
does. Doesn't it? When
point.
you think
though.
about everything that's going on, you just kind of forget.
It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
wow.
all right. Yeah.
We got to remind everybody though, that if there's a bet out there, ask that you don't see. Make sure you ask.
Yeah,
and,
always
and you guys
ask.
you guys will go out of your way to try to find it or make it happen the best that you can.
Mhm.
So I know. I mean, you've probably had like lacrosse, whatever, and didn't you have a?
Yeah,
interesting
we
one?
had a lacrosse and a dodgeball request.
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna brush up on my dodgeball trivia.
I'm telling you, man, we need to get a team.
Cricket?
together.
No cricket yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Still
cricket
waiting
yet.
on that. All right.
So on Thursday night, you'll be having the Packers-Bears game, and then you guys have the ticket on Sundays?
Yeah, we'll have the ticket on Sundays.
Good for you.
Starting on Thursday, we're doing $2 off all burgers on Thursdays going forward for all NFL too. And then Sundays, we'll have $2 off drafts and draft day also.
Sweet.
So just
$2 off your draft?
Yep.
That's
Draft
incredible.
Beer,
That's good.
yeah. And then $1 off bottles.
There you go.
Making that place a destination.
I'd ask you who you think's going to win Thursday night, but I think we all know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So what is the line? It's -3, right?
-3.
Yeah, because I got it right.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier. What do you like it? Where are you seeing the most? Where are you
close.
seeing most of the money at right now?
I'm seeing most of the money on the Bears right now.
Mm.
If I were to bet, I think I'd go on the Bears too.
Okay. Do you see that line changing at all? Do you think?
No, I think it's going to stay the same through Thursday.
Yeah. Do we have any idea where the pros are, or where the Joes are? Are we seeing any percentage either way?
No, it's been pretty steady. Yeah, most of the action's just been on the Bears. Then Packers fans, you can pretty much tell who they're going to bet on by what they're wearing going up to the counter.
Shown the true colors right away.
The faded Brett Favre jersey.
Yeah.
Hey, honey.
That's fantastic.
I got some curds. I love Brett Favre.
How's the baseball action going? Are you seeing a lot of bets for baseball?
A lot of to win the division stuff right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on the local teams, Cubs, Cardinals. Not much on the Brewers. Then White Sox every now and then. But yeah, a lot of local teams are getting some action.
Was there a lot of action on the Hawkeyes this weekend?
Yeah.
That you saw?
Yeah, the line was probably 15 people deep when we opened on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And then the line was steady pretty much all day.
All right, well, let's talk to Jay. Jay Root. He's going to be calling in here just right now. Ready, T-Roy? Fire away.
You're on AM 1170. Don't Hass Us or Local. Who do we have?
Hi, it's Jay Root. How are you?
Hi, Jay. How you doing?
Hey, Jay. How you been, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Last time we talked to you on the phone, we got cut off near the end. But the one thing I've been trying to talk to people about, and I was pushing it last week, but maybe you can explain a little bit more. Explain to me what the progressive parlay is.
Progressive parlay is simply you're parlaying some teams, but you have a little bit of forgiveness built into it, so that if you lose, depending on the number of legs you put on there, if you lose a game or two, you have a consolation payout. And if you go up to like 12 teams, the consolation payout for losing one or two games is still a pretty decent little payout for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw that because I was talking about the Iowa and the Iowa State games that you could, basically do a parlay on all their games. Now you have to, drop a leg down because one game's already in the books. But you can go anywhere from 4 to now 11 games for Iowa that you can put in your parlay.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If you think you know the Hawkeyes, now do you have to pick all the spreads right now? How does it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have all the games up for both teams for the whole season up already, and we keep updating the number as it goes along. So, for instance, Iowa Northwestern, we've got Iowa 7.5 point favorite at Northwestern in that game already for Game 8. So you pick against the spread.
Okay. So the progressive parlay, and I think we feel confident to say we've got a lot of listeners out there that think they know the Hawkeyes pretty well. So making this progressive parlay, they can make a little bit of a change depending on how many games they pick. And then if there's one little trip up, there is like you said, a consolation prize, which is awesome because I've never heard of progressive parlay before.
Yeah. So just for instance, there's 11 games left, and if they pick an 11-teamer and with one loss, it still pays 60 to 1 as opposed to the 11-teamer pays 400 to 1 if all of them win.
Mm-hmm.
Two losses pays 5 to 1. So you still got an opportunity. 3 losses, you get your even money. You get your bet back.
See, sounds like a no-brainer. Go out there if you're a Hawkeye fan it makes it a little bit more interesting, more fun, and you get to brag to everybody about how smart you are when it comes to the Hawkeyes. So, and if you want to, you can do Iowa State too. Right, T-Roy probably would go against the spread, but that's fine.
I would.
Yeah. Jay, what else has been going on? Where's some of the sharps been lately that have made a surprise to you in the NFL?
The NFL, we're seeing a lot of money come in on, the teams that you wouldn't expect right off the bat. So far it's contrarian in the sharp world most of the time, right? We're seeing some money come in on Green Bay. A lot of people, especially in that region, are pretty excited about the Chicago Bears. We're seeing quite a bit of money come in on the Colts versus the Chargers. That number, obviously ran from very early up, and now it's coming back down a little bit. The Giants in the Cowboy game, pretty solid 7 two-way action there. And then I think, another sharp play for the weekend is going to be the Dolphins against Baltimore. Dolphins at home, Baltimore on the road. Early season game in Miami, obviously with a lot of moisture that's going to be left over down there. Could be pretty humid and a real struggle for Baltimore.
Interesting. So you think the sharps are going to be on Miami and the points at home?
Yes.
Huh.
We're seeing a little Atlanta money, too, a little Falcon money against Minnesota. That opened 4.5. It's down to 4 in most places. I could see that coming down a little bit further based off of some sharp play. But I think in the Iowa region, we'll probably see quite a bit of support for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I would assume so as well. A couple of other ones that we looked at that it surprised me. The Denver at Oakland on Monday night game. That was just Oakland at -1. And I think that kind of moved it because the betting public actually likes the Broncos usually. I thought that was going to be more of a -3 for Oakland, but I think both the sharps and the public are going to be on Denver in that situation and move that down to 1. What else? T-Ray, what other line did you see out there that you liked?
I love the Cowboys -7.
He said that's going both ways.
I can't see. Right now, from what I saw, Dallas is a 94% favorite to win that game.
That's to win the game, though. That doesn't mean anything to do with the
spread. Just saying
that
if they're that much of a favorite to win the game, everybody's right. They're way more talented. What do they have to worry about? All they do is stack the line and keep Saquon from going wild. There's nobody on that team. There's not a receiving threat, Jay. There's not a receiving threat on that team. And Eli he's not mobile. Any sort of pressure on Eli, this could end up being a blowout. I mean, Dallas might win this game 34-35 nothing.
Jay, what do you think about that?
You're ready to unload on a money line bet at -340.
I might.
There you go. Can I ask you again about what is the big parlay that we talked about when you were in studio with us? The how much is it? Like the $15,000 one or whatever?
On the what? I'm sorry. What kind of parlay?
Wasn't there a big parlay that you can get into? Like if you hit like how many? If you hit, or was that the progressive one? I thought you guys had a.
No. We take parlays up to 15 teamers, which pays 11,000 to 1.
Okay.
We've actually got a couple of them working today with with baseball the way it is right now. It's pretty tricky with all these good teams jockeying for position to get into the postseason, and these bad teams sort of bringing up a bunch of kids and experimenting with their lineup and whatnot. It makes it a little more difficult. And you see, just a ton of $2.50, $3 favorites across the board. And today's one of those days. You got St. Louis $2.60, Dodgers $2.50, Yankees $3, Cleveland $3. I mean, it's a favorite player's paradise in baseball right now.
Well, yeah. Yesterday the favorites went 10-2 against the spread, and the road favorites were 3-0. The Rangers got the big upset when they at the Yankees at the 7-0. We talked about that earlier, and Philly also had a big upset of the Reds. But they were on the. But other than that, like you said, the favorites are, they're playing for position, and the other guys are just kind of, getting some playing time for some of the younger guys. That's interesting. So Jay, I want to thank you for calling in. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I want to talk to Alex. So thanks for calling into our show. We appreciate it, and it's always great talking to you. And we'll make sure T-Roy gets in that money line bet for the Cowboys.
All right. Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks,
see you next
Jay.
week. Good luck.
Yeah, take care. Yeah. All right, Alex. So what else we got going on at Rhythm City? I don't want to rush you out of here because we only have about a few more minutes till we have to go. You got the UFC at 1:00 on Saturday.
Yep.
And then you guys, for the next 6 months, you guys are going to have UFC there.
Yeah, every pay-per-view.
No cover.
No cover.
Listen to that. That's a fantastic thing right there. Plenty of room there at the draft day, and I know people that were there last 2 weeks ago had a great time for watching the UFC fights there. And I really like that you guys are making that place a destination. Let's see, $2 off draft beer on Sundays, $1 off bottles on Sundays, and on Thursday, $2 off the burgers.
Yeah, and I forgot 50-cent wings on Mondays.
Ooh, I like that.
Who doesn't love wings?
Exactly. So this weekend, Iowa, Rutgers, 11:00. So that you guys are going to be. You think you had your biggest lunch on Saturday, last Saturday. You're going to have your biggest one this Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be a little hectic this Saturday. We're looking forward to it.
Well, be prepared to get some rest because beforehand, because it's going to be a crazy weekend for you, starting on Thursday with the NFL, and then, like I said, Iowa on Saturday morning, and then all day Sunday, and a doubleheader on Monday in 50-cent wings.
Yep.
Oh boy, I like that a lot.
It's a good weekend.
All right, I got to thank Coral for coming in from 7G, bringing us this. Where'd it go? I don't know. That mule. It was something else.
Yeah, I threw it away.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was gone.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't like it.
Gotta thank Coral. Gotta thank Tim O'Neill for coming in as well. Vasco, always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks for having us on the air. Alex, thank you so much for coming in, and Jay for calling as well. Alex, we'll talk to you next week.
Perfect.
After the doubleheader. You guys have a hassle-free Tuesday. Welcome to the AM, Quad Cities. AM and the PM. And?
Sliding an MD.
There you go. All right. You guys have a hassle-free Tuesday. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities.